Capricorn.
Hello Capricorn, and this is your forecast for April of 2013. And yes, we got a lot of movement going on in your chart because that stellium of last month has now moved from your communication area where you've been running to and fro trying to settle talks and whatnot. It's the house of communication, so that has been a big thing there in the month of March. But now it's like that can start settling down a little bit, where now the area of your focus for April will be more about your home, family, your roots, your past, your identity, looking at where you've been and making decisions where you want to head now for the coming next 6 months. So it's a good time to kind of pull back, pull within, and listen within. And take some time off, because we know you Capricorns, you've been on the run since the last of 2012 and into now. So it's a good time to take a breather. Now Mercury retrograde is still on the March end. If you're listening to this video scope here in March, it is still retrograde until March 17th. So that won't start picking up speed before after then, and it's still lingering in that third house. So it's like the second half of March is still wrapping up all those talks and all those interviews or whatever was in the mix for you, is kind of settling those things. Deeper conversations, disagreements, those kind of things. Then it's going to pick up speed and join the crowd there later. But then yes, the fourth house. Some of you might now start feeling the need to expand your space, or redo it, renew it, whatever, beautify it. And why? Because the Sun and Venus and Mars are there, and the Sun is you, your self-worth, what you want in your space, and Venus wants to beautify that space, clean out clutter, you know, maybe change the paint and the colors and the feng shui. And Mars is the doer, you know, and so Mars is right there having the energy behind it to really kind of push through and make things happen, and happen very quickly. And some of you might even be surprised too, though, because not often do we get to see these planets travel together at the same time in this space with Uranus there. Okay, so I think the astrologer Molly talked about it was 1776 last time we had this kind of configuration as far as roots, the past and whatnot. So this means that some of you may make very swift changes, so be prepared. Uranus will always bring things out of the blue, unexpectedly so. It is affecting your I am self, your sun, and also Venus and Mars to take action, to feel, to intuit. And you were very intuitive here in March, so you might have already had some feelings about change, feelings about where you want to kind of like expand. So things may now be thrown upon you here very early in the month. And I have to say also, if you're listening on the March end of this tape, that we have a monster full moon. Not just a full moon, but a monster full moon here on March 27th. Okay, and why we call it a monster moon is because it is currently aspecting both Uranus and Pluto, and that just brings a lot of things to the surface. I mean, that can shake and quake the earth as well, not just our personal lives, but yes, what we can possibly see as far as storms, you know, on the cusp there between winter and spring storms. It might create a lot of wind and water. The full moon is in Libra, which is the air, and then we have the quakes, which is the earth, which is Pluto in Capricorn, and then we also have Uranus, which is in fire. So I mean, we got, like, it could be anything. It could be your personal lives too. So whatever needs to go between this full moon and the full moon at the end of March, which is a huge triple whammy full moon once again, which is then the eclipse And we know that eclipses will take out from your life, take out of your life what no longer serves you any purpose. Okay, so this month from end of March to end of April is a clearing up space of your life. And I know that most of you Capricornians, you're ready for it. I hear it all the time from you that you're ready to just move forward and reach for the stars and create and renew, rebirth, in fact, your lives. So these 2 full moons are going to help you with it. Okay, so they're your friends. Even though things may come unexpectedly, I know that in some way you are prepared for it. So go with it. Go with the flow. Don't look back. You know, grasp onto that new vision that you have been creating here in end of February and into March. It's given you that dream time. All of those planets, that stellium in Pisces, visualizes, envisions, dreams. And you know that Pisces have the ability to dream dreams into manifestation. Now you had that feeling of how it was to embody those Piscean energies, you Capricorns. So I think it's a magical time. It's an up and go time. And we're going to be talking a little bit about dates that you want to be aware of that will help you and behoove you to move forward. Already April 1st there, you have Sun and Jupiter. So that will expand things for you. Jupiter is the great benefactor that's abundant, that is on your side, and she's moving direct now. She's not retrograde. And then we have Venus and Mars doing the dance here in a conjunction on April 6th and 7th. So that is love right there. If we're looking at love and relationships, it's a beautiful day for that. If you're looking at work and projects, it's a great time to present your projects, your scope on it, how Venus wants to see Mars kick into action there. So you could present any new contract or project on this date. Then we have on the 10th, we have the new moon, April 10th. That new moon will also be in your 4th house, so it will help you to really plant new seeds for the entire year of how you want your home to look like, or your space, or whether you want to sell or resell or refinance or move. Would be a great time to make those seedlings. Then we have Pluto going to sleep on the 12th, which can give you guys a break because Pluto has been transiting in your house, and all of you have been feeling that this push, pull, this energy really churning around, trying to renew your life as you've been plowing along. So now you're going to have a break for that for several months, which is good. Then we have on the 13th and 14th, Mercury is then entering into this 4th house, joining the crowd into Aries. So you will feel that your thinking will catch up to speed with this potent energy. You know, in Pisces, it's been a little bit like that, just for those of you not too accustomed to thinking on the higher Neptunian level. It can be cloudy for some, or a little, what should I say, confusing at times, a little muddled. And you Capricornians love to have straight, clear lines and thoughts and structure. So I think you'll appreciate it coming into Aries there. And then followed on the 14th, Venus is going to move into Taurus, which is your 5th house. So, and the 5th house is all about leisure and fun, relaxing, catching up with yourself, you know, love time with your loved one. It's the house of fun and expansion as far as doing things that you appreciate, kicking back a little bit. You so need this right now, so it's time to go play golf or go out fishing or hiking a mountain, you know, or just doing other pleasantries like going out shopping, which Venus loves to do. And the 5th house is the house of Leo, you know, so it's time for play. It's time for beauty from the 14th of April onwards. And then we have Mars joining into this house closely thereafter on the 20th. So Mars also wants to go and hang out and play and have fun, you know. So Once you've settled everything here in the first part of April, you know, really clearing up your space and wrapping things up, everything that has been about career and organizations, going through sorting out things and then renewing yourself, looking into your finances, which you've been doing, and running around these errands and taking care of the home. Hey guys, you have a whole month where you can just have fun, okay? Good for you. And then we have the best time of the month for you, which will be towards the end of April, where we have a lot of high energy and deep energy taking place. We have Venus there making a great aspect to Pluto in a trine, which will allow you to deepen your passions, whatever it is you're passionate about. It could be a love relationship, it could be work, it could be anything, project or whatnot. Your Pluto is in the first house, and this Venus then will be in the fifth house. So if you're thinking of, say, remodeling, if you made those choices earlier in the month, this would be the time to hire those contractors to come in and do a beautiful job at a great price, okay? And the outcome of that's going to be beautiful. And then we also have Sun and Neptune in a great aspect. That's bringing more dream time in, and we also have some healing coming in. And I'm feeling that this has a lot to do also with your relationships, that whatever old scabs or old wounds that have been there, it's time to not just pick off those scabs, but really go in and heal it from the inside, from your spirit. This is what Pluto wants you to do, so it can be all new, okay? Chiron will help you to do that. And when Venus is present also with this, well, I think you can really, you know, allow yourself for a long time to let these guards come down. They've been there just to shield you because you are sensitive, Capricorn. Even though the world always sees you as so strong and capable, and not realizing that you are, in fact, very, very sensitive. So this healing process can help you to kind of go back to those times when you were open and innocent and trusting of life in the universe. Okay, so that shell can now let go, and you can really take in life that much stronger, because we can only hope to achieve those highest things when we are open towards it. Not when we're like halfway there. We want it, but we don't want to take it in, right? You want your heart chakra to blossom. This is what this transit can do for you at the end of April. So, and then we have the eclipse on the 25th, and an eclipse has the power of 3 full moons, like I said, and then end of March you had that monster moon that probably shook things into either a start phase or a close phase. Some of you might have felt that you let go of some relationships. Well, here, this eclipse, if you didn't let go end of March, this eclipse is going to help you to let go of those things that you no longer need or serves you any purpose. This is a blessing that eclipses do, even though it can hurt. You know, yes, sure, it can hurt. We're human. But it's for your higher good, because the universe sees ahead, knows where you're heading, and knows that you've got to clear this space out so you can get into those new avenues, okay? So make the most out of this full moon, and it could be very good too, because it can also harvest a whole lot of things that you've been working for. Okay, the full moon will flow over and bring this to you with the power of 3 full moons. So depending on your birth chart, you know, where your birth planets are going to be hitting this moon, all depends whether it's going to be good or bad for you. But even the bad is good, because nothing, the universe will never take from you things that you still need. Okay? So that's an issue you need to trust. Anyhow, that was it for this month. I wish you the best, and I will see you next month. So make sure that you listen to your moon sign or your rising sign too, to get just a little bit more input. See you later.